myself. Greetings, most honorable listeners and masters of the martial arts. I am Travis. Y'all don't hear me?
So then who are you, Chris? We can't hear you.
We can't hear you at all.
Oh, dude, you just messed it all up. You done messed it all up. We sit here waiting on you, waiting for our cues, and you just messed it all up.
No.
Huh?
I have no idea what's going on with your mic. And we heard you before all this. And all.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, I'm still Chris.
No, start over, Travis.
All right, I'm going to take it from the top.
Take it from the top,
Greetings,
Travis.
most honorable listeners and masters of the martial arts. I am Travis.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Big Los.
And this is CTE. And this is
already an experience for
you. And just so you didn't know, we are sponsored by the Virtual Fight Tour. And coming up February the 4th will be the grudge match between Trey Lashley and Thomas Wright. Dog, I got because Thomas was there.
Hey, look, we know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot. I don't even get to all that in a minute. Make sure you get your tickets. Go to virtualfighttour.com and get your tickets now.
Please
don't wait till February 4th. We're also going to be showing VFT documentary about how the Virtual Fight Tour came about. So make sure you go ahead and watch that. That starts at 5 p.m. And 6 p.m. will be the actual fight. So make sure you guys tune in early and watch the documentary. It's good because you're gonna see a beautiful face in that documentary. We are also coming up this weekend, January 28th in Warren, Michigan, is the Arctic Challenge. I will be in the building for that as well. I will be there. We will be streaming live, I believe. I think I'm going to do the stream live. If you guys are available, we'll talk about this later about how we're going to set this up and do this. Yes, so make sure you guys, if you want to get your year off right, make sure you guys tune in, go to the Arctic Challenge, get up there. If you lost this past weekend at AKA, you need to fix some things. Take your butt up there to the Arctic Challenge this weekend. Refine some things, get that, your energy back, get your work on some things that you could have seen that you might have messed up on this weekend, and improve on it, and get to practice in, get to become a better competitor. All right, it will be this weekend in Warren, Michigan, Arctic Challenge. Chris Lowe, how was you guys' week, man? Oh, let me turn my phone off.
Go ahead, Chris.
Busy, man. Just pushing, work. Same old. It's just the same grind, man.
Nothing interesting happened. Nothing. No monkey interrupted the karate class or something. Like nothing interesting happened.
Nah, we didn't have no cars crash into the studio. Nothing crazy happened. Nah, man, we were good.
Yeah. Okay. Most, I guess it's on you to keep the people entertained.
Right. I like that. Sorry, guys.
I'm so excited, man. My daughter, she had her track meet on Saturday. She did really well with that. She did high jump and triple jump. So super proud of her. First year being a freshman, man, she doing some things and kind of making herself.
So she does high jump, triple jump, and what else? I remember I saw her running.
Jump. Yep, long jump, and she does the 4x2 when she runs.
No, okay.
I don't really like the running part, but she liked the jump part. I was like, that's my baby. I like to jump. So you could jump all day. Them your daddy jeans right there, girl. Go on and jump. Go on and jump.
Jump as high as you can.
As high as you want.
Jump as far as you can.
My youngest son, he had a baseball game, kind of like indoor baseball game, which is pretty cool. Haven't had the opportunity to do that. And then he went to a basketball clinic. So Yeah, it's
How does
always busy, man. My
how
wife.
does the indoor baseball game kind of work? Is it like? Is it? I'm just curious. I've never gone to any indoor.
Yeah, it's like a
indoor
big, like it's almost like you have like a soccer arena, a soccer indoor soccer thing. They
Yeah.
they
Like
just
a big
make
warehouse.
yeah,
Yeah.
they make the field or like a baseball, so it's like turf and everything like that.
Mhm.
They just kind of I don't want to say sandlot, but they kind of sandlot the
Do
area.
they have multiple fields?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it was pretty cool. He had the opportunity to do that. He kind of got called in as a sub, kind of like they're missing somebody, so they asked him to come. He actually went and did pretty well at that. And like I said, he did a basketball clinic. He's been doing that for the last couple of weeks. That's been kind of cool. Like some of our former SU basketball players run clinics here and stuff, so he got to get into that with them.
Mellow?
No, not Mello, not Mello. But no, not Mello.
Okay.
So yeah, it was good, man. Good weekend. Oh, the kids, man, they bring a lot of joy and excitement to you. So
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
that was my weekend. That's our
One
weekend.
of these days, we're gonna get Chris to actually say his kids did something.
No, Malachi's getting ready to go try out for soccer. His first team sport. That's going to be like February the 4th, I think.
Nice.
See, there you go, Chris. Thank you. There you go.
Oh, but he
Share.
ain't do it yet. So, like, you know what I mean?
How old is Malachi, Chris?
He just turned 7 on Wednesday, the 18th.
Yeah, that's my youngest daughter. She's kind of same thing. She's just kind of getting involved with things.
She's just
started high
kind of
school, too.
he sorry about your daughter. I got confused with mine. Sorry. No, Malachi, he's done gymnastics before. But he never really showed interest in team sports. He did a soccer camp last summer. So this was the first time I asked him to say, hey man, what do you want to do? I said, we're gonna pick a sport and that's what we're gonna do. He's like, can I play soccer? I was like, absolutely.
I tell you what, man, this sport kind of world got to be so bored with us because we always come and just talk about our kids doing other stuff besides sport crap.
No, listen, my kid was supposed to compete at the tournament here in Georgia this weekend, but I told him if daddy's gonna pay for it, you're gonna agree to do class and you're gonna work on your stuff. And he was like, Daddy, I don't want to do class. I was like, well, are you gonna do the tournament or are you gonna go sit in the back? We're gonna sit in the back. Okay. All right. I'm not mad at that. Go ahead and just don't ask me on Friday if you're going to the tournament on Saturday because that's already a no big buddy. That was all.
There you go, Chris. That's what I'm looking for. There you go. Jeez. Oh.
My daughter's a domestic terrorist. I mean, I don't know what to tell you about that one. They're 4 and 2, so about to be 3. But yeah, they're wild. They climb fences. They jump on. Yeah. What were you up to?
Was it Chi-Town?
I went to Chicago.
You hit
Thursday.
that Rolodex, the area codes.
Yeah, I went to Chicago this weekend, man.
Man, see what happened was
by Ludacris reference. You just go
he just threw it by. He stopped playing music, so he don't pick him up anymore. He don't get him.
You know what? You are correct. I don't. I have no clue who. I have no one anywhere. I am just I am just like a Catholic priest. I do nothing. I just
classic. Different area code. What's the area code? What is the area code in Chicago, Trav?
312.
Okay.
Or is it? Yeah, it's 312. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But yes, I was in Chicago. I had an awesome time. It was a really fun. It was a different experience going there as a vendor. One, that was a different experience.
Are you considered media now too?
Probably. But I don't have the perks because they just kind of like, hey, like,
you got to pay speculative fee?
Huh? What?
No.
I didn't pay a spectator fee. No.
Oh, so you did hear me then?
Yeah, I had to process what you said. Like, wait, what are you talking about? What? At other events, but not AKAs. AKAs, they looked out for
it. They hook you up.
Yeah.
You got to connect.
Yeah. So I was all right. So, but yeah, it was different. The venue looked nice. I don't even know where I want to start with this, man, because so much happened this weekend. Because if you guys didn't know, I and my cousin Drew were there selling shirts. If you guys weren't there,
where
see us
where were you
at the AKA Warrior Cup in
Oh, okay.
Chicago at the
Okay.
Hyatt Regency Chicago downtown on Wacker Street. Okay, that's what we
Wacker
were.
Street. Jesus.
Exactly, 150 Wacker Street or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, so we were. I went down there Thursday, and I got in probably like 4 o'clock, and when I finally got downstairs, they had already shut down, so we couldn't set up. So it was like, all right, so we just got to figure out what we're gonna eat, chill. I started seeing people, talk to people, and we didn't really do much. And then first day we got up in the morning and got down there at like 8 when they opened to set up. When we got down there and saw Sharky, and he was like, "Oh man, we got 30 rings," and he was like, "The problem is we got to worry about judges. We're gonna have enough judges for all these rings." And I was like, "Oh." All right, here we go. So then we set up the booth, and people came by.
What did the booth look like?
Do you have pictures of the booth?
Chris, you see pictures of the booth?
I didn't see no pictures of the booth.
Did you see like even on Marshall Internet, like, hey, come by our booth? They were right here.
You didn't see that? Y'all must not have been looking because it was there. Yeah.
I seen the one panning across.
It was there. Yeah, see, don't try that. Don't try that, what? Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like that.
Might be messing with that algorithm and not showing all the people.
Actually, that's probably what. Honestly,
bro,
that's
what it was. That's what it was.
I have to listen. I'm on it. Like I'm part of it.
There. Right now, you're gonna see open weight division for team fight, and the next one is the promo for the women open weight, and then the last one is the main. It's the booth right there.
We are live, Chicago. Yeah, stop by. Okay, all right.
Yeah, see, yeah, man, come on now. Don't let people know we there.
All right.
But yeah, we had a banner, everything. So, we had the shirts laid out, and then we had to make sure we get content as well. One of the things that happened.
Okay.
I did on Saturday. Was an interview.
Oh.
With Trey Lazenby and Thomas Wright, and I was sitting in the middle between these two gentlemen.
I can only imagine.
Oh boy, I'm contemplating should I actually play this right now and let y'all see what actually let it be new here and then put it out tomorrow morning. I think that's what I'm going to do.
New right here, an exclusive.
Yeah, it's exclusive
for the Patreon peoples.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, man. I think I want to do that because it was just so interesting. So here we go. All right, people. Here, about to promote the virtual fight tour Grudge Match VFT 13 going down February 4th, and the premier matchup to set everything up that everybody wanted to see. We have Trey Lazenby versus Thomas Wright. All right. Now, if you don't know the backstory, I'm not going to tell you because there's no need to get into it. But let's say it was a tournament. They had a disagreement. They don't really like each other. So I'm going to, and then Jesse, our promoter, decided to say, hey, you guys want to talk out? Let's settle it in the ring, in the cage. So it's going to happen on February 4th. Okay? So make sure you get your tickets. Go to vfttv.myuventex.com and get your tickets as soon as this is over with. But watch this. So, I don't know who I want to start with first. Ladies first. All right. We're going to start off with Thomas Wright. Thomas, you haven't fought you fought a little bit last year.
Twice.
All right. Prior to that, when was the last time you stepped in the ring?
It's been a long time.
Been a long time. So it's safe to say that you were inspired to get back into the ring. Have you been training before that, or is it just kind of like, nah, this fight, I'm gonna put my gi back on, I'm gonna strap back up, and I'm gonna get ready to fight?
That's it. So
when you heard what was said about you,
yeah,
and you got motivated, what happened? What was it that you was like, you know what, I could have to redeem myself and get my energy? What was going on through your mind? What was kind of the thing?
First off, I don't think it was redeem myself. I didn't do anything wrong. I went to a karate tournament and was helping my instructor judge, right? I think that, once somebody acts disrespectful like that, sometimes you just got to stand up and do your thing. So I'm the type of guy that's all in. We're going to fight. I'm all in. I'm going to train. That's what we're going to do. So, again, I don't think it's redeem myself.
Yeah, I give you that. It's not really my bad choice of words on that one.
You're good.
But, all right, Trey.
Yes, sir.
All right. When everything went down in Kentucky and things were said and he decided Thomas wasn't going to stay quiet about what was said. And then what was your, like, wait a minute, hold on.
When Jesse called me, I thought he was joking. I thought it was serious. I literally thought he was joking. I'm pretty sure they were at Ocean State when he called me. And I was like, yeah, I would love to beat his ass. Like, I would love to give him what he was looking for. Because for me, if it would have happened and he felt some type of way, I would have handled it in Kentucky. I wouldn't he went home and he sat on it and he was thinking about me. So I'm already in his head, I live there.
You live in this
I got real estate.
You ain't nowhere in my head, buddy. Nowhere.
Mm-hmm. But, he was the same way in Kentucky like he was last night. Cup in hand, having a good time, red ass face. So,
actually, no, the difference between Kentucky and here is I was a judge and I had a spectator badge on, right? Had a spectator badge on, and I carried my drink around because I'm a grown-ass man. If I want to have a drink, I can have a drink.
You'll get a grown-ass man whooping in about 2 weeks.
You gonna learn. I ain't no joke. And you gonna find out real quick.
So Thomas, you called Jesse and said, hey, look, set it up. Because
I did.
Okay.
Actually, I was at the casino, and we called and we talked, and he asked what happened down there in Kentucky. And we were going through it, and I'm like, man, I ain't fought in 20 years. But somebody acts like that, they deserve an ass whooping. I'll come out of retirement to fight. So here we are. Isn't that how it went down? That's exactly how it went down. So here we are.
You can ask my dad. I ain't never had no ass whooping.
Well, I guess February 4th is going to be your first, son.
So did you do any kind of different training? Because for both of you, actually, I want to know this. Because it's 3 rounds, it's not 1 round fight. It's 2 rounds. All right, so it's going to be 2 rounds. You're going to be in a cage.
I already been there. I saw it.
That Mike's, yep, there you go. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. So
Trey can't make it 2 minutes, let alone 3 rounds.
Ask your ex-wife.
Okay. People. Yo, this is going to be an interesting fight, people. Let me just ask one last question. Well, a few more questions. Did you guys do any different training? Because you're going to be in that confined space. You can't run. You can't move. You got to stay there with 3 judges in the ring. 5 of y'all in that cage. I've been in the cage. I was like, man, they can move around. And then I saw all these different people. I was like,
can't go nowhere.
5 people in the cage. Are you guys planning on this being a war? Are you guys planning on staying on that line, or you guys have a different plan of attack and winning this fight? Who wants to go first?
I mean, I did different training because I wasn't training before. Right? So I guess you could say, yeah, I did. It don't matter where we're at, man. A fight's a fight. Yeah, it might be a little bit different, right? In a cage versus a ring or whatever. I mean, there's pros and cons to both fighting styles, but at the end of the day, it's a fight. I mean, is it going to be a war? Ain't every fight a war? We ain't out here knitting. We fighting.
This is true.
So, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Trey?
2 steps forward, 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right. He can't run.
I'm short. I got a little legs.
I'm going to put
3
paws
steps
on
for me.
him. I'm going to put paws on him.
I noticed you had 2 steps forward, 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right. You didn't say.
I ain't going back.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So he's letting
I
you
ain't
know.
going back.
Ain't going
I'm
back.
coming.
It's forward.
I'm coming. I can go ahead to stop me from coming.
There we go. Okay. All right. VFT people. We are going to settle the score on VFT 13. We're going to make sure we schedule. We're going to settle the score on VFT 13 Grudge Match. Make sure you guys get your tickets February 4th. Matter of fact, get them before February 4th. Get them February 1st. Get them January 31st. Get them January 30th, 29th, 28th. Get
Yes,
them
sir.
today, right now. Yes, make sure you go to virtualfighttour.com to get your tickets. And also, time is going to be at 5 o'clock because we are debuting the Virtual Fight Tour documentary about how all of this began. All right, so that's pretty much it. There are some other ones. Thomas was around Trey all weekend.
Oh man.
Following him.
Oh man.
There's some other videos that I have to censor before I actually let that out. That
Well, you got censors. We got Patreon, right?
Yeah, but it's still got. We still got to go. Look, Trey called him a certain word that you a female dog. Yeah, it just kind of. He goes out there and it starts to dive into certain things. So before I put it out there, I gotta put some little bleeps in there before I set that thing
some
off.
snippets and clips.
Yeah.
Yo, Trey is about as big as you and Thomas sitting next to each other. So that dude is like a freaking freight train, dude. Like he is giant. He's wide. I ain't saying he like fat big. I'm just saying this dude is like wide. Like this dude got shoulders and everything. Like y'all look like.
Trey ain't playing.
It looked like he was like a
at all.
Like you know what I mean? Like y'all was there talking, and his body was just put there. Like you know what I mean?
Trey,
a big dude.
Trey came up to me a couple times and expressed that how badly he wants to beat up Thomas. And Thomas is come up to me and said certain things, and I was just kind of like, "Oh shoot, okay, yeah." They Thomas is trying to get into his head. Trey is like, "Nah, I don't care. I'm just gonna beat you up." Like, okay, what you say? I don't care what you do. I'll stand right next to you. I ain't gonna touch you today. But on February 4th, I'm putting them paws on you. And Thomas is like, "You ain't gonna do nothing to me. You this, that, and that," and playing around, acting like trying to do all the things to get inside your psyche. So it's going to be an interesting match. Can't wait to see it, man, on February the 4th. And I will be in the building, people. I will be once again. So I got a lot of traveling. It seems like I'm doing this next couple weeks. Anyway, all right. Now on to the AKA Warrior Cup. All right, I wrote down a few different things that I wanted to talk about. And hold on, I'm just go through this real quick. First thing first, because we always talk about this. NASCA promoters, just get you some judges. Just literally before the tournament even starts, pay these people to actually be judges. Send them in a ring. Say, this is your ring. You get this amount of money. However y'all want to do it, but that needs to be done. Like it's seriously, it just.
Now you see it.
It just needs to be done. Like, it's no reason to have 30 rings and then you can't have enough judges to do those rings. It's just like, what's the point of having 30 rings and if only 16 of them are actually going to be used? You're just wasting space at that point. So
16 is actually a lot too.
I know
16 is a lot of rings.
Exactly
the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, you can have 16 rings and then run them, but
Rings
you
have
got
like
other. I don't get it, but it
like
is
you get one strip down the hallway. At the ballroom. That's it.
At the
hallway, the ball, just one strip. You get 6 rings. That's it. We're going 95 rings, divisions. For 6 rings. And you get 250 a division.
There you go. All right. So that was real quick off the top of my dome. Just like there's no real reason to go into that because we didn't finish it till 12:30 or 12 o'clock that night. On Friday.
Listen, I was trying to watch that live stream. I got tired. It froze up, and I got tired.
12:30 on Friday.
12 o'clock
Friday.
12:30. And this is my
last fight, the Bailey and Avery fight.
Avery fight.
Last one, right?
Yeah. It was like it
was late. That was like super late.
Saturday.
Yeah, that was 12 o'clock. Central.
Well,
So that must have been almost 1 o'clock.
One.
Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I fell asleep for half of that, and I woke up and I was like, "It's still going."
Yeah, man. This
cool. I watched these last couple fights.
What was the Bailey and Avery fight on Friday?
We'll talk about it. We let's do the build up.
It was open weight, but
why you ask questions?
I'm just saying.
Open
weight. Open weight. We'll build that.
We ain't talking about it right now. I didn't ask about the fight. I just want to know what the division it was.
It was the final fight for open weight.
Correct.
All right. So in this was Drew's first time going to Chicago, and so he was like, "Oh, I want to go see." I was like, "You go see this hotel." This is it. You go see this hotel. Like, you go sit in that booth. You go da da da. We switched out who went and recorded stuff so we can not have to be sitting there the whole time. But for the most part, you're gonna see this booth. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Not gonna see anything else. But yeah. So all right, let's start with they went with women open weight. So we'll start there. That was first. And before that,
teams, wasn't it?
Yes, women's teams. It was women's teams first. I was actually in the booth, and I didn't see a lot of the women's teams fights, but I did record some. Had Alex and Drew go out and record a little bit so I can man the booth. It was. I'll read off. Here's the thing. My takeaway, real quick. The women divisions were exciting. Like, the fights were good fights. Like, I remember watching certain the women's division, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, and just waiting for the final match because I knew that was going to be a good fight. This is different. This era is a little bit different because these women fighters are good. Like, I'm watching it, and this is one of my takes that I took away from this entire weekend. There used to be, like, you have
gaps,
a huge gap from like the 1 to 5. Yeah, like, and I'm pushing it to go to 5.
Bro, I'm looking at you like 5. We talking 2, maybe 3, occasionally. Who depends on who shows up, right?
And then it'll be a huge drop off. I mean, it'd be a sizable drop off, and then it'd be a huge drop off, right?
Right.
This
now, right.
It's not that way, and it's really. As I was watching it, I'll get into it a little bit later, but it was really, really, really impressive. Just watching these ladies fight. Hold on, let me go to I'm gonna pull up Mad Action real quick and get the results so I can say exactly everything so I'll be accurate and not mess up.
Right.
2 women team. They had 2, 4, 6, 8 team fights. Start off with Team Revolution versus Team Plowden. Team Plowden won that. Duvers versus Top 10 USA Blaze. Duvers won that. Top 10 USA Blaze was Tahira and Brianna. Yeah. And Duvers was Lynn DeGroot and Avery Sutter.
Yep.
Legend was
Alex
Jimenez and
Beatrice
Garcia. And they fought the Leclercs, and then it was Diamond G3 versus Heartland South. The Truett sisters, I believe. I don't think
or was it Victoria? Or was it one? I don't remember who they fought.
It was
the
Katarina, and was it? I'm not sure which one of. I think I'm not sure which one of the Sanchez's it was. I don't know if it was Vanessa or I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Okay.
All right, but Diamond G3 won that one. Legend won against Leclerc. So that set up Team Plowden versus Duvers. Team Plowden won that. Then it was Diamond G3 over Legend. And then Team Cloud defeated Diamond G3. In the, I think it was the Diamond G3, Morgan got injured. And so she decided not to fight in the open weight division. And then in the open weight division, it was over 30 women. 30 plus women in that division, and they were going at it. Okay. If you want to see those fights, individual fights, they are on Martial Arts Center Network's YouTube page. So make sure you go there now and watch that. I put them up today. So
individual fights, like
the individual fights.
Like, oh, okay.
Each one of those that round, I think I missed only one fight, and that was Alexi and Jasmine first fight. That was the only fight I missed. But did you get a chance, Chris? Did you get a chance to watch any of those fights?
No, I saw a few of them until it started freezing up on us. Because I saw Kenna fight, I saw yeah, trying to remember, because then I went back and watched some of them, so I've seen a couple of them.
All right,
good. Takeaways.
Yeah, the takeaways. Alexi Jimenez.
Yep.
I enjoyed watching her fight. But the biggest takeaway that was the takeaway of this weekend,
right,
is Katarina Herman.
Right.
Yes, sir. First. Oh, I forgot to mention this. She came up to the booth, and she listens to us every week, and she was happy. She actually supported us, bought a T-shirt. So I am thankful.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much for that. And so instantly transferred me into a fan. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, there.
Right. Let's go. Shout out. Let's do it.
Yeah. So,
what shirt did she buy?
Huh?
What shirt did she get?
She bought CTE.
Yeah.
There you
go.
go.
Even more.
Wow.
That's for you. Appreciate you.
Listen, I don't know if we're still doing the fantasy pickups, but since nobody picked her up, I try to pick her up. So
I know. I'm picking up.
Doing that still?
Listen. I thought about it beforehand, but I just didn't know how we were doing it. That's why I asked.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. I'm gonna make sure I see this real quick. The actual bracket. The first fight, because Morgan had bowed out, so she didn't. They were supposed to fight in the first round. They didn't. So then it was her next fight was Jimena. She had to beat Jimena. The next fight she had to beat Katana.
Right.
The fight after that she had to beat Vanessa Sanchez, and then her final fight was Brianna. So she did not have an easy road.
No,
not at all. It wasn't like she had an easy route. Her route into getting to this championship round was not an easy one. And this is technically her first time competing nationally in the adults division. She fought in at Amerikick, but it was 16 and up, and it was in a special division. Yep. This was technically her first tournament, and she won open weight, winning against women who have already won overalls. Right. Like it was an impressive thing. I remember walking back over there, and I looked and I saw the final two matches because I had to man the actual
booth. Right.
And so when Drew and I switched out, I walked over there to see who was fighting. I was like, it was the last match. It was Brianna versus Katarina. I was like, huh. I knew Morgan didn't fight, so I was like, wait a minute, who beat Katana? And then they were like, Katarina. I was like, and everybody just had that look like Katarina did. And I was like, wait, what? So I was like, okay.
You rewind what you just said though?
What?
No, I'm sorry. Keep going. My bad.
How can I rewind what I just said?
No. You can't. Never mind. I heard it. I was thinking to myself like, yeah, no. I thought about what you said. I was like, oh, wow, okay, all right.
So I was automatically, I had already slotted in Katana here. Like it was like to me, I was like, okay, it's probably gonna.
Why'd you slot Katana in?
Because if you look at it, I'm thinking Katana's gonna win. Katana is the best fighter in that group. I will say that outside of Morgan.
Okay.
Not out. Come on now. What is it with y'all? Like,
I know. I didn't say nothing.
I was trying to make sure the lines of what you were saying. I was reading through it the right way.
No. Look. Look. It's Morgan, Katana. After this weekend, I want to see it. I want to see her do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
She got to do it again. I can't. That's we've always been saying.
Next time she'll be good.
Yeah. So we have to see her do it again. But
Right.
she made a statement that, hey, I'm here. Like y'all are in trouble. Y'all gonna have to deal with me from here until y'all walk away. I'm here. So she made that statement. So the other one was Alexi. I was watching Alexi. I was like, okay. Alexi looked really good. Because her and Danny fight was really competitive. And that was the other thing for me. Also, seeing the progression of Danny. So I remember Danny a few years ago.
Right.
And he was just kind of
right.
He's like, but watching her now and seeing her how she's adjusted and grown, I'm impressed with her. That's what I said. Like when I walked away from this tournament, I was impressed.
There's a lot of really good women fighters out right now.
Really, I'm dying. I just want to watch them.
That pack has tightened up, like you said. There used to be the big gaps, and now everybody is really close. And it depends on who's on what day, how it goes. Apparently it doesn't matter what the bracket is. So I mean,
right? No, like it was other matches that I'm going to get to in the individual divisionals. Then when I watched them, I was like, oh my gosh, they going back and forth. And it's just skill, not just they just throwing stuff out there. It was actually
right. It's on purpose with intent.
Yep,
Sir.
It was. I was like, ooh, okay, this is looking good. I want to give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out because I think this has a direct result of Maggie Messina and her Female Fighters Matter Too movement because her pushing for more representation of female fighters, as well as making sure that the pay gap is closer together, motivated I think these women to take this a little bit more seriously, and some of the fighters just not walking away and actually getting into this because I'm honestly trying to think of another time where it's been this competitive in this realm. Honestly, I in America. I'm honestly trying to think of that because Chris, maybe you may know more than me on this one, where you can go 10, 12 deep women that are really.
Nah, I don't know 10.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I know. And that's what I'm saying because I can list off right now at least 7.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the young ones that are coming in, like the Truett girls. I'm like,
right.
Okay.
Victoria, the other girl from Heartland, the tall girl, Victoria, when she picks up, she develops a little bit more. Like there's a lot of potential problems for
everybody. Like
right,
it's no longer you walk in, I'm the best one. No, I watched Morgan and Beatrice go at it. Like they were going at it in that middleweight division. Yes, it's not a middleweight. It's the heavy.
Cruiserweight.
Yeah, it's the cruiserweight division. Honestly, if they keep getting these numbers, they might need to go to a 6 division women. If it gets any larger,
like you talk about, like how many per division? We talking 8, 10?
Yeah. It was about 8 to 10 at least in each division.
Give it a year and then
I mean, no, I was looking at it, I was like, honestly, the cutoff, I mean, it's 150 and up, and I'm like, women, it's a ton of women who are over 150. Like it's not that big of a difference. I mean, it's you could probably separate it just like everybody else, the 150s and 160s and 170 plus. You could probably do that. Why are you looking like that, Lowe's?
Look like what? What are you talking about?
Huh? We ain't politically correct on here. I'm saying.
I was just saying, how far are you going with this?
Right.
I'm just saying. You could possibly. break it up a little bit, even if they wanted to go more to what the Europeans breakdown is. I think they have 6 different weight classes, so
that would
kind of make sense,
good.
just
Yeah.
as opposed to just having the 4. But anyway, back to the open weight. But I was thoroughly impressed. Congratulations to Katarina on winning that open weight. We'll get to everything else later in a few minutes. Now, men open weight was over 50 something. I can't remember the exact number. It was over 50 something. They split
50 fighters in open weight.
Over 50. It's like about like 55, 56, something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was
really good for America.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that was pretty good. And it was competitive. Simple as that. But you still knew what was coming out of there, right? Like for the most part, you still had an idea how things were going to shake out, and
Yes.
And it came down to those 2. It came down to Avery. It came down to Avery and Bailey. There were still a lot of good fights. I want to give a shout out to was it Harvey Marshall. He got to probably I think the 3rd or 4th round. Ended up losing to Anthony Merricks. And he looked good. I was just like, okay, this young man is actually making it farther than I thought he was gonna make it. But here we go. I think, yeah. Did you guys get a chance to watch any of these men open weight?
No.
I was watching the women's, and then I have fallen asleep because it was getting late, and then I woke up and I watched the Bailey and Avery fight.
What did you gentlemen watch?
The back of my eyelids, as I said.
Yeah,
I watched a couple of the team fights. Like I said, I told you before we went on. I couldn't remember like exactly which ones I actually watched because it was kind of going in and out. And I was just kind of in and out with family stuff, right? So,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm pulling up the open weight. I need to pull up the
men's teams
too. Men's team, so you guys can have something to talk about.
It was straight up in Plowden too, right? That was the final 2.
No, it was straight up in
Legend.
Legend. Okay.
Impact's K-Talk lost their first fight.
That's right.
Yeah, they lost their first fight to.
They lost to GPG.
Diamond
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that was a good strategy by
Damien.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Damien or
Sam.
But they sent out Brian second to face Hector. And at the end of the first 2 fights, it was 11-5 going into the fight. So they didn't send out Edgar, they sent out Luis. Because Luis does a good job of spacing
and neutralizing with that leg. Yep.
Yeah, and keeping him at bay, and was able to take advantage of Avery having to be aggressive, make a miss, and capitalize on it. And I thought that he did a good job in that fight. Yes, here we go. So it was Leclerc versus GBK Hub City. I did not see that fight. It was PKSA versus Diamond G3. I did not see that fight. Team Blaze, which was Aaron,
Shaq, and Tyreek. Right. Team ATL. I saw that fight.
It who was on ATL? It was Jalen,
Casey Montgomery, Anthony from Tony Young School.
Yeah, Anthony
Hewitt, and
Jalen Lansby.
In that order.
Yeah,
and Aaron, Shaq, and Tyreek.
Yep. Team Blaze won that one, and then it was Legend and Leclerc. Legend won that. Impact Skate TLC versus Diamond G3. And then we just talked about that. Diamond G3 won that one. It was Revolution versus Gypsy.
Did not see this one.
Okay. So I have a question about this fight. And honestly, oh man, I wish I had already prepped it up. And
I saw some of this fight.
did you see Chance and Alonzo Payne?
No.
Okay. So I honestly have a
Angel fought somebody. I
question.
saw Angel fight. I think I saw the first two. I didn't see the last two. I saw the first two fights.
Okay.
I saw Angel fight somebody. I don't know who the other person was.
Angel fought Chad.
Yep.
And Angel looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked good in that fight. Let me see if I can quickly pull this up so you guys.
I thought the first kid that fought was Angel, and I was like, nah, this can't be Angel.
No, that was Cameron Kloss.
Yeah, okay, then yeah. When I was watching, I wasn't sure who it was at first. Then I saw Angel come out and fight. I was like, okay, that's Angel.
Yeah. Hold on, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Because I just want.
He said just one exchange.
Yeah, it's one exchange, and I really want y'all opinion on it, because I Chance almost got disqualified.
Oh,
Is that a soccer? Isn't that like his thing?
Yeah, basically.
occasionally.
Were they winning or losing at the time?
They were losing.
Okay.
Alonzo was winning. So you guys can see it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now they're fighting. Is there no sound on this one?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh! Come on, because that makes the dog. Okay, hold on. I gotta go to the original one then, because I want to know if you guys think this was a late hit.
From what I just saw, no, not at all.
That's what I thought. But
I'm good. I mean, I want to watch it like 2 or 3 more times just because. But like, I didn't initially. I didn't see it. Really wrong.
I just
it wasn't like he turned his head. They broke off in the action. That was in combination. You gotta keep your hands up, sir.
True. Here, I think this.
Hit him with the pap paps.
What is it? Oh, I know why. I know why. Yeah, I know why. Come on. Anyway, but I he did the actual when he punched him. They did say stop, but it was in. All right, here we go. So low.
You can share it now.
Yeah. All right. Y'all see it?
Yes.
All right. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear it?
Yes.
All right.
That's break.
Yeah, it was in. He was still saying break when he hit him.
That's a clean shot.
Now look at the one part, which is kind of funny to me. As you're looking at this, you're looking at Dewan. Look at Dewan. The entire time that I had the camera off, Dewan was actually still holding that up. He was like, start screaming, protect yourself at all times. He was like, I'm giving Chance that point because I thought it was actual. He was throwing a combination, and Alonzo was throwing one and then dropping his hands and just
either that or he gave up the first point and thought it was over and thought that was going to be it. Like, bro, that's not the move. Ever.
No, but throughout that fight, if you guys go and watch Gypsy versus Revolution, Alonzo kept dropping his hands. Alonzo, you got to keep your hands up regardless. If you were calling your own points a couple times, and a couple times Chance was still going through and hitting you. I think that was a reputation foul. They didn't give Chance the point. They were going to, and then they pulled it back and was like, "Well, no, you."
That's kind of whack.
Yeah,
that was nothing compared to what y'all try to make it sound like Chance does all the time. which I've
That
never.
one wasn't though.
No, that was
like to me that was
Honestly, that one
that was
wasn't.
fine.
that was
We're
that was
we're
clean.
supported.
They gave him the point. Like they said, break on his first, whatever his first shot was, but he was already following up with a second punch.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch. I thought they said break from the dude that did a body a tickle, one of those little tickle jabs or whatever. Right?
He said it tickle touch.
But the thing was, Alonzo was
winning
winning the fight. Alonzo was winning the fight. He was actually scoring and was looking.
Yeah, I didn't
good.
see that. I didn't see that to be. I didn't see that to be what you guys make it seem like Chance be doing. I thought he just like started thumping him up, like you know what I mean. But that was clean in the mix of what they was doing.
Yeah,
he didn't cause any blood. He didn't draw anything. Like you mean that should have been a point.
Honestly, they stopped it and said bow here, bow there. They literally said this, and I think somebody must have said something like, "You just what's happening? You can't." Even if you did, it just I don't know what happened. It was a conversation that went back and forth, and then they just let it. They finished out the last 30 seconds of the fight, and that was it. And Revolution won. So then they had to go up. Then it was Blaze versus Straight Up. Straight Up won. Then it was Team Revolution versus Straight Up. I mean, excuse me, Legend versus Diamond G3. That was a very good fight. Florida versus Florida, basically, or Florida, Canada. So it's like a combination, but that was a good fight. Legend ended up coming out on top. It was Revolution versus Straight Up. No contest in that one. Actually, Alonzo versus Brandon. Alonzo got off on Brandon. Actually, he got off on Brandon, and then it was Bailey and Angel, and Bailey won that. I think, yeah. Then the fight of the team fight of the night was Straight Up versus Legend. They went at it. Going into the last few seconds, I think it was maybe like 10 seconds left, 15 seconds left. Straight Up was up by 4. Coca tied it up and sent it to overtime. I was because it was kind of just like, whoa, all right, just like you made a mistake. And then in the overtime, Bailey got the point and pulled it out and won, saving the day for Straight Up. So, and that was the team fights. Good team fights. I think Legend had 2 of the more impressive fights.
Right.
The Gypsy. I was impressed with Revolutions. I was impressed with Alonzo. Angel looked good in his first 2 fights, but Alonzo actually impressed me. Him beating Chance and then him beating Brandon kind of impressed me watching him fight there. So that was that for team fights. As far as open weight goes, it was so spread out. I missed a lot of fights in
right.
It just is what it is, people. Sorry. And I haven't been able to go back through the footage that some of the stuff I did get to see, but I did get to see. Let me see. This. No, Tyson and Angel, Jake, and it's the third. Don't know who that is. Kevin, Brandon, Edgar, Bailey, Avery. Man, look at. Let me show y'all this. I'm on Man Action. We still can't even see all of the. Real quick. Let y'all see this real quick. Can y'all read that?
Nope.
And it still ain't all of it. Like I can't scroll down to see the last portion of it, but there's stuff there. Yeah. But
that was a bunch of cats.
yeah, it was a lot. They split it up into 2. And it came down to Avery and Bailey. Chris,
Sir,
I believe you saw that fight.
I did.
How did you think that fight went?
Good fight. It's a close fight. Good fight. Avery looked good. Bailey looked good. I mean,
It was a typical Avery and Bailey. It was a little bit different, but
it's a little bit.
I saw some adjustments made by Avery.
Correct.
And his approach of how he wants to fight Bailey. He hasn't said anything. I haven't talked to him about this, but when I watched it, I think he took some he's been watching Elijah fight Bailey. When I watched it, I was like, what is he hitting him with? And I just kind of watched it. It was one thing that tipped me off is that how he was avoiding some of Bailey's punches in the pocket. And I thought about that and was like, okay, I think he took something he saw something and he made an adjustment from last year when Bailey beat him the last 2 times they fought.
Right.
But it was a good fight, and not much really left to say. Avery won. He won the open weight, and that was in the night.
So like 2.
So what?
He won by what, 2?
I think it might have been. I know the I can't remember because I right now I don't know if it was 1 or if it was 2 for that fight.
That's what I couldn't remember either.
I know the Warrior Cup one was a 1-point victory.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not 100%.
But he won the Warrior Cup, right?
Avery did win the Warrior Cup, yes.
And he fought Bailey?
Yes.
So you said it was a 1-point victory.
In the Warrior Cup round, when they fought, not the open weight.
Right. Couldn't remember in the open weight.
They
Might
fought
have been
twice
1
this weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was a open weight, a Warrior Cup, and the
overalls. Yeah.
So it's the lightweight, the heavyweight, the open weight,
30
plus person winner. All fight for the Warrior Cup.
They've been doing that for the last couple of years. 2019, I think.
You want me to say it again?
No, I guess I'm confused.
Why?
Because I thought Christian and Avery fought, and I thought Christian beat Avery.
That was in the heavyweight grands.
I was heavyweight grands. So Christian had the seed in the Warrior Cup.
We're talking what?
What's the Warrior? How's that? How does he go to the Warrior Cup if he lost to Christian?
He won open weight.
Open weight.
Oh, okay, I got it. My bad.
Okay. That's why he asked if you needed him to break it down again with the 4 categories that were up for the prestigious Warrior Cup trophy.
That makes sense.
Title. Okay, perfect. Who won 30? Who was the 30 plus?
Chad.
No.
Chad Cannon won it. Yep. Shout out to Chad.
Yes, Chad looked good.
Yeah, he did. Actually, yeah, he did. When he fought Avery, he looked really good. I was like, wait a minute, what's happening now?
Chad came back strong, man. Chad looks good. Forms and fighting. Chad looks good.
Yeah. Chad won 30 plus. So then the next day happened, early morning. Morgan fought 30 plus. Morgan fought in the 30 plus division. And ended up winning grands, and people were like, "Oh my God, Morgan's 30 now." Like, hold on, like, all right, we're in this realm already. So yeah, she fought 30 plus. She won that. Chance and Java fought. Chance lost to Java. So Java fought, and Java had to fight Chad for 30 plus grand, and Chad Java. I think that's it for 30 plus grand, because I have no idea who won 40 and 50 plus stuff.
Willie, I think 150.
Yes, Willie did. Yeah.
Willie Marshall.
Yes, that is correct. He did.
Troy Whaley, or is Troy in the 60 degree, not 60?
He says 60
Honestly,
degree.
I assume so, but Troy was there. Yeah, I did.
I seen the clip of Troy.
He stopped by the booth.
Do you have his size?
No, he didn't ask. He didn't ask. He just kind of just stopped. You know, I did see Damon. Damon stopped by.
Oh,
We chopped it up. That was my first time seeing him in a while.
Should have gave him a "Shut Up, Alex" shirt.
just giving it to him.
Just
No,
so
I gave him.
you should like just wear it just so you could walk up to Alex and be like,
You know,
that'd be great.
the
That'd be
funny
the best thing
I love
ever.
that. Oh man, you should. I wish I was there. I was like, here, Dave, let me buy
Me
this.
too. Listen, I've been thinking this whole time, man. I wish I was there. It would have been so
Bro,
much
you
fun.
need an extra medium? Here you go. I'm gonna give you an extra medium.
And I'm gonna give you the pink joint. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, he was there. We chopped it up, and no, he didn't get a Shut Up Alex shirt. He just like, all right. We did talk about Alex, of course, because he wanted to vent a little bit, and I just let him like, hey, look, man.
Should
Look,
have gave him a shirt. That'd have been
I
pretty.
gave him a main gang shirt. I gave him a main gang shirt, but the Shut Up Alex shirt, I didn't know how he would respond to it. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go that route.
Oh man, I would have.
But yeah, no.
That'd be a great. Jesse need to make that a grudge match. That'd be amazing. Think about it though.
Are you what are you doing? What is your goal here?
I don't have a goal. That's a grudge match. That's like a real grudge match. So that's real,
awesome, bro. That's
like,
the best thing ever.
I don't even say. I'm speechless on that part. Like I'm gonna move on from that.
I'm not sure if I got anything for that.
Yeah, no, like I don't think Alex will do it. First off, Alex got to get Yaskar. Yaskar is the one who wants Alex.
Right.
Wasn't Yaskar there this weekend too?
He was there. I don't know if he competed. I saw him judging. I spoke to him while he was judging, but I don't think he competed. Yeah, but yeah.
But wouldn't Damon and Alex be way more entertaining than Yaskar? Like that's
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I could be wrong. My bad.
I'm trying to protect Alex. Okay, all right. Let me just go. I don't want to see Alex. No, Alex is good. I like. Oh, that's.
It's always
like you. Anyway,
my bad.
But first person stopped by the booth and bought was Sean.
Oh, word, Sean who?
What?
From California.
Dumlow.
Dumlow.
Yeah, Sean Dumlow, man. So he stopped by. He supported right off the rip. Like, oh, give me a CTE shirt. Bet. So,
nice.
Yeah. We had a few people. It was a rush on Shut Up Alex shirts on Saturday. A few people came by and bought those. I think we probably sold. I think we sold one more shirt. Shut Up Alex more than CTE shirts. But we were in Chicago, so a lot of people wanted to tell Alex to shut up. So
right. It's fair.
Yeah.
Was Alex? Was Alex there?
Yeah. Cool. Alex came by. A lot of the videos that were shot between him and my cousin Drew.
Cool.
So yeah, no, he helped out a lot when it came to that. And I got the chance to see Alex be a salesman. It's a very interesting thing to see Alex be a salesman, man.
I'm sure he's a pretty good salesman. He does pretty well for his business.
Yeah. So yeah, I was watching him just sell, and he's like, engaging and stuff like that. And I'm just kind of like, hey, these are the shirts.
You want to get a shirt?
Yeah, you go ahead and support. No, Alex was in there, and I appreciate that a lot. But of course, he was happy when everybody kind of walked past and they would read the shirts and then shut up, Alex. They'd start laughing like what? Okay. I had somebody buy a Jeffopedia shirt just because his name was Jeff. The person who bought the shirt's name was Jeff, and it was like, oh yeah, I gotta wear Jeffopedia. So
that's funny.
Yeah, it was an interesting time, man.
You'll get them.
Yeah. Then women divisions. real quick.
Yes.
That super lightweight division, women. If you guys go to when you go to these events, make sure you watch the super lightweight women.
Yes.
Yo, they were thumping. Like not just they were thumping. It was going back and forth. Both of the Truett girls, Himina. Who else was in that division? There was one other person. I think it was
Avery.
Avery was in there. Yep. Hold on, I'm gonna go to it real quick. I got over there and I got a couple. I got over there and I watched a couple of those fights, and I was actually somebody got hit with a spinning hook kick. I cannot remember. I have not finished watching all of the videos, but somebody got smacked when it spinning hook kick. And I was like, oof. Himina ended up coming out on top. The Caitlin Vong and Jaden Tuitt fight was really good. That went to overtime. Or last point overtime. Either way, it was super close. I can't remember which way it was, but yeah, I always mess up her name. Kat Sanchez. There we go. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, she was in there. Yeah, I think that's so. There was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It was 16 women in the super lightweight.
Dang.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
super lightweight.
it was 16 women in the super lightweight, man. Like I was sitting there just I was like, dang, how many fights are there? But it was like they were just boom, boom, and they were close fights. Like, I was sitting there watching a couple of them. Like, remember Alyssa Guillen from I think it's Gypsy, and she ended up losing her first fight. Like it was competitive.
The division is deep.
Yeah, it's deep. Like I was like, okay, I want to watch this one all the time. This is one of those divisions I want to come and sit and watch. That was yeah, it was Jaden. It came down to Himina and Brianna to it. Brianna's the younger of the two. Himina beat Jaden, and then she had to turn around and she ended up beating Brianna, and it was a close fight. Himina ended up winning. It was a really good fight, man. I keep saying I keep saying this, but these women divisions were very competitive. The only division I didn't see was the one that Alexi won. The light middle. I mean, the lightweight.
Wow.
I think it was the lightweight. Women sparring. Quick. Seriously? Okay. Lightweight. Don't worry, Los. I'm gonna get you out of here soon.
He's home.
What did he say?
Nothing. I said that. I was like, he's home.
I got a quick question for both of you gentlemen.
No.
Okay, yeah. So it was Kenna and Alexi Jimenez, and Alexi fought for a lightweight title. Then it was, I believe it was Himina and Alexi, and I think Himina won. I think. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't say. I know it's here somewhere. But yeah. Anyway, and then it was the light middleweight. And there were 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It was 14 women. Oh, excuse me. 2, 4, 6. I don't know. But it was enough women. It was like maybe Yeah, 14. Okay. This one was interesting because this one had Victoria Austin in it. It had Peyton Fender. It had Tahira in it. It had Danny Allberger, and it had Drew Beatty. And it came down to Danny and Tahira, and Tahira won the light middleweight division. So congratulations to her. The Danny and Drew was a close fight. Then Danny beat Katie. Then she beat Kim, and then she lost to Tahira. And Tahira had to go through Mina. I always mess up her name. She's from TPK, so shout out to her. She beat Allison Staples, but then she lost to Tahira. And then Tahira beat Maeve out of Canada, and she beat Danny. And then she had to fight the winner of the middleweight division, which was Morgan. Morgan ended up fighting. It came down to Morgan and Katarina. And Morgan won. She won that division. Yes, it was 12 women. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. 9, 10, 12. Yeah, 12 women in this one. And out of that, who was in there was Morgan, Jasmine, and Jasmine looked really good. In that division, she was cooking. It was Brianna, it was Vanessa, and it was Katarina. And Lynn. Katarina beat Lynn, then she beat Vanessa Sanchez, then she beat Brianna, and then she ended up losing to Morgan. But those women were that was another one of those divisions I was glued to. Because I actually recorded most of it until I had to go to the back, and I missed the Katarina and Morgan fight. So I honestly can't tell you the breakdown of that fight. I haven't watched it yet. But I'm looking forward to actually going back and looking at that fight. Those fights should probably be up either tomorrow or today when you guys are listening to it, or on Wednesday on our YouTube channel. So then it came down. Morgan ended up winning the women's grand championships. So that gave her, she was the 30+ winner and the women's overall grand championship winner. So she had to fight the open weight winner for the Warrior Cup, which was Katarina Herman. Did you guys watch that fight?
I did not get to see that fight. No, sir.
Los, I'm assuming you did not.
I did not.
Your
assumption is actually correct.
Do you know who won?
Yes.
Fight, the last fight?
Yes.
Between Katarina and who else?
And Morgan.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It wasn't Katarina?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you said yes. We sitting here like, wait, what? How you said it was like yeah. No. Katarina beat her 4-3. And it was of course it was a close fight. That whole fight was very just methodical, trying
very strategic, trying to put people in.
She's a pretty tall girl.
Oh yeah,
she's tall.
Oh, yeah, she's got a little leg that she kind of could. Yeah,
it's not little.
I was just saying, it ain't no little leg at all. Not like they get out there and go.
Honestly, when I watch Katarina fight, I know everybody's who they're gonna compare her to, but she's not aggressive like Nikki, right? She's not aggressive like Nikki. She is surgical, and she doesn't kick. She's from Hamilton, Ontario. So she is. I think she's with Jim Flood School, not Trevor, but I think there's a relationship between the Flood School and Trevor School. So I'm pretty sure she has some influence from Trevor, because how she kicks is very high chambered. I'm gonna move
almost
it
like a knee front kick, roundhouse kick.
Yeah,
that universal chamber.
Yeah, and it's kind of like you're trying to figure out where it's coming from. And so I think these young ladies have never seen anybody like this in around them. So it makes them cautious. because everybody, when they fought her, I watched how at the beginning of the match, they're trying to figure it out. Like they haven't seen this before. So they're trying to figure out when can I get in? Oh, I'm gonna kick with you. And then quickly you realize that she's strong. Like she's kind of knocking you off balance. And you're like, okay, I can't do that. Let me work my way in and step through and try and catch you. But she's kind of like does a good job of keeping space, keeping people away, and figuring and using her length. So it was a tense fight between her and Morgan, trying to because you can just feel it like, oh, is she going to pull this off? Is she going to actually beat Morgan? And she did. I was sitting at a table and someone asked me, oh, you know who was there? Jessica Robertson.
No way.
Yeah, Jess was there.
What's up, Jess?
Yeah, I was sitting
like
there. I was at
Jessica.
the table with Jess, and Jess was like, Travis, are you mad? And I was like, not mad. I'm disappointed that Morgan didn't win, but hey, at the same time, I'm impressed with Katarina.
Right.
Like it was kind of like, yo, and this is your first tournament, and you just knocked off in the same weekend Morgan and Katana and Brianna. Like you literally, like, okay, you knocked off Morgan and Katana in the same weekend. That's impressive. Like it's nothing else you could say. Like,
and came back from an L too.
Yeah, and came back from losing.
Made the right adjustments. Like that's impressive. Like a lot of people could get defeated by that. Like, all right, everybody lost once.
Yep. and be really into her head, but she wasn't. She stayed composed, and she made her adjustments. She made composed, and she made her adjustments, and she ended up winning. So it was I was kind of impressed at the same time. I was disappointed, but I was impressed at the same time. And then since she's a fan of the show, I'm kind of happy for her, but I'm not happy for her because he beat my cousin. So it's like I was all over the place.
My emotions is on a roller coaster ride right now.
Yeah, look at Lo. Oh,
she beat my cousin.
So I was disappointed.
I'm not happy for her.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed. I was happy that she got there, but then it was like, oh man, dang, she actually beat her. Like, okay, huh?
But now she got to do it again.
Now she has to do it again because now you go from
consistency
being a
is king, right? To being the hunter, 100%. Especially being your first one, like coming out big like that. Everybody's gonna try to shut that down. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm very, very interested for this year, at least on this aspect. Oh yeah.
Yep. So, congratulations to Katarina on winning her first Warrior Cup, her first overall, her first open. No, it's her second open weight. So technically, it's her second open weight,
right?
First Warrior Cup.
Correct.
This is the first time Morgan lost a Warrior Cup in the last few years that she fought.
Yeah,
like she lost a Warrior Cup before. That she's fought.
That's a good question. I'm not sure because she has like 7 or 8. I honestly don't. Well, she's won AKA 7 or 8 times, but they weren't always giving.
They weren't giving the Warrior Cups every year. Yeah, that was weird. That was never.
Yeah, so
they did it right this year.
Yeah, so
and these ladies showed out.
I think this is Avery's 4th, so Morgan has to have 7 or 8. She was getting to that.
She had more. I know that she had like a lineup.
Yeah, she was getting to that point to be close with Ross, who has like 9 Warrior Cups, 8 men fighting and like 1 forms or weapons.
I thought he had 1. Oh, maybe he's only got the 1.
Okay. Yeah, I think he has 1. If he got another one, then maybe it's 7 and 2. But I think he has 9 Warrior Cups. So, yeah. So, but then
I wonder where all those Warrior Cups are.
Where Ross is?
Yeah, where do you?
They're not small.
They're not small, man. I know exactly what my family's is. It's all over the living room and dining room. Like, spilling off in every corner. It's like it's all over the place. Because Rick has 2, Avery has 4 now, and Morgan has like 7, I think. So it's just like a lot just hanging around there. But yeah. And now on to the men.
We haven't done that yet.
No, we haven't done men fighting. Yeah. I'm gonna try and do it quick for you because we already up.
Take it down.
No, we at 119. I'm trying not to get to 130. I'm trying not to get to 130.
Okay.
about to run through this real quick.
Who won super lightweight? No, I'm just kidding.
Honestly, I don't know. Oscar Garcia.
Thank you.
Oscar Garcia won. Yes.
Lightweight tornado kick.
Oh, yes, I got that on. I'm glad you said that. Yes. I have that recorded. I can't wait to get that.
Oh,
that out.
Goodness.
Yes, he slapped.
That's got to be a rush, though. You got to be rushed that one.
Should have been disqualified because you can't control that.
Nah, he woke up.
Him.
He woke up. He was all right.
I was recording and I turned around and Rich Evers was sitting right behind me, like I was like, yo. I was like, I don't know what to say. He just smacked the crap out of that dude. But yeah. But it was Oscar Garcia, Tyson won lightweight. Light welterweight was dang it. Because Bailey won welterweight. Who did Bailey have to fight for the overall for the light welterweight grant? I can't remember. Oh man, I can't remember. I don't see you know what I gotta do.
You gotta look it up.
You gotta look it up. Light welterweight was won by Luis. Should have known that. Yeah.
Nunez.
Yeah, Luis Nunez. He won that. He beat Liam North. Out of Canada. Yeah. Impacts. Yeah. So he won that one. Welterweight was Bailey over Lito. Yeah. Then middle light. Let me just put in middle.
Light middle was.
Geez, man, where's light middle was Justice, right? I should know that. Justice Floyd won light middleweight, man. Here, so it was about 10 people in there. It was Chris Gorham, notable people that was in this division: Oscar Guzman, Coca, Chris Gorham, Jalen Lazenby, Kevin Walker. Oh, yes. Yeah, we're going to talk about this. This is, Los, you're going to love this. This young man, by the name is DeMarcus Bynum. This is what was told to me. He beats Kevin. Then he beats Alex Cazolayas. I'm not sure who he is. And now he's fighting Justice Floyd. And while he's fighting, it's a close match. He can still win. What was told to me, I don't know how true this is. If somebody says this is wrong, then maybe it's wrong. He got tired and said, "My legs are tired," and basically stops fighting. He doesn't quit. He just kind of just is there at that point, and Justice just wins. How mad would you be if that was your if that was your fighter and you were coaching and they looked at you and said, "Hey, my legs are tired. I'm done. My legs are tired. I can't kick."
Was he a kicker? Was he like kicking a lot?
They was kicking.
I don't know.
Los, how mad would you be if your fighter that you're coaching turns around and tells you you're in the match? It's let's say a 1 or 2 point match. And he looks at you and says, "Hey, my legs are tired." What would you do, Los?
What would I do?
Yes, what would you do as a coach?
Tell me you got to finish the fight.
In those words.
Yeah, what else am I gonna say?
I don't know. I was like, you got to try and motivate him.
Like he says his legs are tired. If he worked all the way up to that point and he's exhausted, You got to finish the fight. What you gonna do?
Move. Yeah, right.
I would say use your doggone hands.
Finish the fight. So yeah,
use your hands. No, use your hands. Don't worry about kicking. Punch him then. At least give me a blitz. Or just wait till he come and counter. Fade away. Do something.
Finish the fight.
Correct.
Finish the fight. Yeah, you can finish the fight by just standing there getting hit.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm just saying.
All right, you're getting too close to 30.
Yeah, all right, got you. All right, so so then Justice for Oscar and Justice Floyd won the light middleweight division. So congratulations, Justice, for the show. And middleweight was Brandon Ballou over Alex Macias. Came down, I think it was a sidekick at the end that was a deciding point.
Who taped Alex Macias' fight?
Pardon me?
Who taped that fight?
I got to look and see who taped it.
Wait,
honestly, no. It was Alex. It was because I'm gonna tell you why. It was Alex because Alex came up to me. It was after the tournament. Me, Jeff, we're standing around. Alex and Dingman walked up to us. He's like, "Hey, Alex Macias look good." And we stopped and looked at him like, "I know you're not gonna sit there and say that to us." Like, hold on, no. Not all the stuff you done talked about this young man, and like, no, he's been looking good. Like what are you talking about?
No,
just give him a shirt. Give him a shirt.
Like, geez. But yeah, no. So yeah, that was that fight. And then it was the light heavyweight divisions. And that was won by Christian. And the heavyweight was won by Avery. And then it was the runoffs. So it was Oscar and Tyson. Tyson won. It was Bailey and we just said who won light welter, didn't we? Luis. It was Bailey. Then it was Bailey and Tyson. Bailey won the lightweight grand. Then it was Justice and
Brandon,
and Justice beat Brandon. You said you saw that fight, right?
I did.
What'd you think of the fight?
I thought Brandon could not get past his leg, and when he thought he was past his leg, he got popped upside the head. And listen, those 2 points add up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you hit me with one punch, I hit you with 3 kicks. It's 6-3.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so
honestly, as far as a whole on the weekend, I did not think Brandon looked that good this weekend. I saw him when I watched him fight in teams and open weight. It just he looked off. I'm not sure I don't know what's going on, but he just looked off.
Yeah,
he just looked off. Just like he had an off weekend. So, but that's not taken away from Justice, because Justice actually looked good, and he looked good in open weight. He looked good in team. Well, no, he not teams. I don't think he fought teams, but he looked good in the division. I did see him fighting, and he did look good. But we're gonna get to him in a little bit later, in a few minutes. And then it was Christian versus Avery. So, Los, I'm going to pass the mic to you and let you go, because I've been talking for so long.
Why ain't gonna pass it to me? We only got 2 minutes.
Because you saw this fight. I know you wanted to talk about it. So
now I saw the fight. I was surprised to see at Avery's non-reaction to Christian.
In that
little space, that little dead space when they were getting close. Like, usually Avery would, throw the back fist, already have his body punch ready. And it was like he just got caught. And then, like, he came and he went, like, right back into that same space again. As opposed to, like, just pulling himself out. Like, it's almost like he was almost like daring Christian to try to catch him again.
He was trying to bait him into it,
but he couldn't catch him. Like, it was too late. Like, so like I think it was like 2 exchanges I saw that happened. It was like, man, I wish Bailey would have not Bailey. Avery would just backed himself up. You know what I mean? Gave himself, just got out of that little bit of pocket that Christian was trying to get him in, because Christian leans forward already, right? But he's leaning forward, anticipating that Bailey's going to throw Avery's going to, I keep saying Bailey, but Avery's going to throw the back fist. He's going to try to counter side him, right? So I think that was kind of some of the back and forth that they were playing. But he was catching Avery just kind of like got stuck, right? And he just didn't. I was saying, like, man, like, back up. Like, like, you don't have to go into that space every single time. Back up and set the space up. So that was more what I saw. That's what I was going to pull up. Like, I don't know. That's just what I saw.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, my bad.
No, that was good. It was concise and it was straight to the point, and we don't have to talk about it any longer right now because we're gonna go on to Christian versus Justice.
I did not see that fight.
I think Christian won his grand championship when he beat Avery.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that's how it kind of looked like. He just knew he was going to win against Justice, and Justice looked like the hungrier fighter in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But in that, Justice got tired. It came down like Justice might have got a little. He got like he got a little winded towards the end of the fight, and that was a deciding factor between because you bringing that leg up and kicking.
Listen, as a kicker, I don't think people understand like how tired you get at the fight, that you kicking like that. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I couldn't say how he kicks. I know when I kick like that, like, bruh, like them bad boys heavy.
Yeah, and that cost him. And Christian ended up winning the fight, but it looked like Christian, and because it's 2 rounds, that's the 2-round fight. So yeah, Justice gonna have to do something because we dealt with this getting tired stuff before in multiple round fights.
Yeah, but but just we're saying if it's 2-round fights, he's probably going in first round.
Guns blazing, not understanding.
Guns blazing, right? As opposed to like really understand that.
I will give him credit. He learned from that. He actually didn't go in guns blazing in the first round. Yeah, he didn't do that.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, he didn't do. He actually didn't do that in the first round, but he did. He did look like he got tired in that second round.
So Travis, let's just close this thing out real quick. Female fighter of the weekend, go.
Oh, Katarina Herman.
Okay. Male fighter of the weekend, go.
Avery.
What makes you pick Avery? Because he won the Warrior, or just as a whole?
Beat Bailey twice and won the Warrior.
He beat Bailey twice. He won the Warrior Cup, but he also they won team. No, not teams, but it was almost like a redeeming factor from last year. Because
he lost to
he had lost to Bailey a couple times that year. I mean, last year.
But then he lose
the last
to
2 times they fought.
Wide Lake kid. No, he didn't. Did he fight at the Warrior Cup last year?
Who, Avery? No.
Okay, no. So it was Cam and the other kid.
It was
right?
Cam and Darren.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was Cam and Darren. So because of honestly, it was only you can't give it to Bailey because he lost to Avery twice in the same weekend.
Yeah.
And nobody else was at the level of Avery and Bailey. Honestly, when it
came down to it.
When it came down to the Final Four go for the listeners for the World
Cup. So it was Chad Cannon. It was Avery versus Avery
and Christian. Okay.
Christian versus Bailey. Bailey
beat Christian.
It wasn't even close with him and Christian. And then Chad and Avery had a close fight. And then honestly, if Bailey had won the Warrior Cup, it would have been Bailey's weekend. Like
right.
Yeah. But
who was your person to watch? Female. Who was your person to watch? Male.
Person to watch. Honestly,
you got a minute and 30 seconds, dude. Like, because I'm gonna hit this leaving the studio.
The person to watch that I took away from, of course, as far as the women go, is Katarina because I want to see her develop.
You can't say her. Give me somebody else.
Give you somebody else.
Get a whole super lightweight division.
Brianna. But I'm gonna go for specifically Brianna Tuitt. Specifically, I'm gonna go with Brianna Tuitt. I was kind of impressed with her fighting in that. So female.
A minute and 2 seconds.
Male fighter that I want to pay close attention to. I'm thinking about super lightweights, welterweights.
Who do you want to see keep trending?
Oh man, that's actually a difficult question.
Well, you got like 48 seconds, 40 seconds.
I'm gonna take it all the way down to the last second. To be honest with you, I'm gonna make you wait. Just because you're doing that, I'm gonna make you wait to say it, and then you can just go ahead and hit it. honestly, I hold on. I'm gonna tell you something right now. That I want to see trending. Come on, real quick. Actually, Alonzo Payne.
Where is he from? Here's the one with straight up.
He's on Revolution.
Revolution.
He's on Revolution. Okay. I want to see him make the jump because I saw some flashes of being really good, and I want to see him make the jump. And there's Los. He left. Just like he said he was going to do.
I'm back.
I'm back again.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We want to thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for buying the shirts.
Yes. Make sure you come out to America Arctic Challenge. Make sure you buy that. The store is live. I'm going to put that out. The store is live. You can order them. We'll be shipping them out all over the country. So yeah, go ahead and support so we can go ahead and keep this thing rolling and be.
I'm be honest, so that green look real sharp though in a little video.
I know, right?
It do look sharp.
That green look good.
Yeah. Actually, Chance was like, yo, I want this green one. I was like, I ain't made these yet. He's like, all right,
that green look good.
He's like, I'll take a black one. I was like, all right, cool.
Thank you, Chad. Appreciate you.
Chance.
Chad should have bought one too.
Yes, actually, everybody who stopped by the booth who said it was nothing but love. Everybody, I didn't have any. No, Kristen. Usually we out. People come up complaining about.
Hey man, you got my name wrong.
Yeah, no, there was none of that. They just came up. They came up and congratulated us. They told us that they enjoyed listening to us. Multiple people came up. We got some people who had never heard about Maine, and they were interested in what we were doing. They just saw the banner, stopped by, asked some questions. Some people. So it was a good turnout, and it was a good thing that we did it. And we'll probably be at a few more tournaments this year, doing the same thing. And hopefully, some people can come out to these events.
Chris will be there. Yeah, see what?
Yeah, you come to Ocean State again.
Yeah. I mean, some people can come down to Virtual Fight Tour.
Yes, they can.
I'm just saying. Some people
have gone to Virtual Fight Tour.
True. I'm going. All of us have gone. What are you talking about?
Yeah. People have just showed up, pulled up.
Some of us are on the documentary.
Yeah. Some of us actually called in like we were supposed to at the
time. All right, y'all, we out. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, what real quick question.
Fight Tour Challenge. Don't make sure you watch Fist Kicks and Flicks. What? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask him. Or were you disappointed that you were playing San Francisco this weekend and not playing them Cowboys?
Honestly, bro, like I love it when the Cowboys lose. Like it just like they just lose. Listen, it is just so funny to me when they lose, man.
Like warm butter on some toast.
Because they don't just get beat. They just do stupid stuff that just make it even worse. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I just love when they lose because it's never like just like a regular loss. Like it's like everything you could have hoped to go wrong has gone wrong for them.
Yeah,
2 years in a row, you play the same team. You play the same team and you mess up at the end of the game 2 years in a row. Come on, man.
All they had to do was get 20 points. They couldn't even get 20 points. All they had to do was get 20 points.
Football.
Get 20 points.
Right.
Say a lot of football. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, people. We will see y'all. Make sure y'all watch the stream this weekend for Arctic Challenge. Make sure y'all watch the Virtual Fight Tour on February 4th. Make sure y'all go to Arctic Challenge. Make sure y'all watch Fist Kicks and Flicks this week. Make sure y'all go ahead and watch Inside Scoop this week. I think Greg Ruth is going to be on there this weekend. This week. So make sure you guys pay attention to that and make sure you buy some t-shirts. All right. We will see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.